love each other, and let's grow. All right? Like, share, subscribe. Yo! Welcome back to another great episode of Uncensored Locks. It's been a fucking minute, but we're back and we're better and more improved. Buy some merch. You feel me? Go check us out, please. Uncensored Locks, designs, whatever the fuck it is.
Uncensored custom design.
There you go. We're making merch. You feel me? And we need your support. But today, on another hand, we're going to talk about Rayshard Brooks. Rest in peace. He was shot and killed in a Wendy's parking lot. We all saw the video, so we all know what is going on. With that being said, let's proceed and talk.
Hopefully, we all saw both videos that came out, not just the first video.
Right. Well, let's proceed and let's talk about this injustice of Rayshard Brooks. I don't feel it's as necessary as the George Floyd situation. I don't feel like he was being killed. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't feel like he was being I don't know. I don't feel like he was just a target to being killed, like the George Floyd situation.
So you thought he was justified?
I'm not. Again,
I'm asking.
I am not saying it's justified. I'm gonna give the story and let the people make the decision on what happened. Now, Rayshard Brooks fell asleep in Wendy's parking lot. He was there for maybe an hour. I'm not sure. The Wendy's people called the police. They called the police. They said, "Hey, this man's out there."
They came out there and hollered at him first.
Yes, the Wendy's people went out there first.
He
He did not wake up. The police came on scene. When they came on the scene, they didn't come out bashing out the nigga's window and none of that. They had a conversation with him. They said, "Hey man, how you doing? He had a little bit too much to drink tonight." Whatever the round was, there was a conversation and he was cooperating for the first 30 minutes. All right? With that being said, they told him that, "Hey, since you're in the driver's seat, we need you to take a breathalyzer and do a sobriety test," which he agreed to do. Once he started doing those two things, obviously he was a little bit above the limit, the legal limit, and I guess he didn't pass the sobriety test. With that being said, he's on probation. They had to arrest him. As they were proceeding to arrest this man, that's when all hell broke fucking loose. You feel me? He started resisting arrest. They got on the floor. They started wrestling. They started fighting. They got back up. He grabbed the officer's stun gun. Once he grabbed the stun gun, he started running. And once he ran, the chase happened, or the case is. He turned around with the taser to the officer, and then he fired the taser. I don't know if he fired it or not, but he pointed the taser
In the video, it
He
shows
didn't fire
that
it.
he pointed at
Right.
the officer closest to him.
Right.
And then, like, shortly after, they shot him.
They shot him.
He didn't fire it because
No. Okay.
he pointed at him. I think he might have tried.
Right.
But the thing is, the officer discharged it. He took the the cartridge.
And he
out.
was shot and killed 3 times. Well, 3 rounds were fired,
Shot and killed
and
3
2 of
times.
them hit him. And Garrett, what's his name? The officer name is Garrett. Rolfe. And now he's being fired, and obviously
Ex-officer.
So here's my thing.
Break it
So
down.
with that piece of information that he just said, that the officer had actually discharged it, which means that officer knew.
discharged the stun gun. He did, yeah.
Which means that officer knew that when he pointed that stun gun at him, nothing was gonna happen because he had already discharged it.
I don't know.
He wasn't the one
that's
who
interesting.
busted shots.
That's interesting.
The one who took his things
They were
out was
both
it?
together and they both saw it because everyone
No.
seen it. He
No.
pointed the stun gun at him.
No, it's not how it went. The one who discharged the thing,
taser?
he was the one got his shit took. The other officer
Is the one that shot.
is the one that shot
I
him
understand.
because he was in the
But
midst
I'm saying
of.
that other officer saw him take the taser. The other officer.
I'm telling you why he did it, because they was in the midst of a tussle.
Right. So again,
It's tussle.
I'm not a fucking expert when it comes to tasers. Once you fire a taser one time, you can't fire it again.
No, it's a cartridge
It's
thing.
the yes.
So you have to put it back in. So did he grab the already
That's
discharged?
like you ever realize when
Did
they
he-
fire it,
yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
sticks to you and it stays.
So
and
did
you
he-
have to pull something off.
Did he grab the already discharged thing?
That's what he's saying.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's crazy.
So if that is the case, if it was already discharged, then it said it would be known that with him pointing an already discharged stun gun, he wouldn't have been able to cause any harm. Now, yes, we did do some research, and there are laws in Georgia. That's what happened, right? In Georgia, there are laws in Georgia that states that a stun gun is considered a deadly weapon, and that's where that kind of conflict kind of comes in when we're saying, well, was this cop right or wrong in the sense of taking it from the sense of he had a deadly weapon, because they do consider it a deadly weapon. I'm conflicted on that because I don't feel like that stun gun, and I feel like cops know this, I don't feel like even if it was a stun gun that could have been discharged, would have been enough to kill either one of them, the way that they know that that gun that was used was definitely going to kill him. Two, did that other officer not have a stun gun that he could have used?
By then it was too late though. By then it's too late. Because check it out, man. This other officer, how the fuck does this other officer even know that that shit is empty or not empty?
No, and that's why I said even if it wasn't empty, as a cop, he knows that it wouldn't have killed him.
Right, he said he should
the way that gun would have killed him.
Why not? Because what if you shoot me in my face with that shit? This nigga ain't got no aim. He's just running and doing this shit. He ain't got no aim. What if you hit me in my face with that shit, in my neck, with my eye or something?
And then comes to the next question: is why do they shoot to kill? Why not shoot him in the leg? Why not do something?
They're in danger. Their life is in danger by that point in time, man. Like I just told you, this man don't know. He don't know.
So you feel like the cop was in the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bust his motherfucking ass. And nobody was in the right, if you ask me. At the end of the day, do you feel like the
cop was in the right?
I don't feel like he was necessarily in the right, but I don't feel like he should be getting the fucking slander like the fucking David Chauvin in Minnesota when he killed George Floyd. You feel me?
Okay.
Again.
So this is when I become conflicted, right? You and I, shortly after we found out about that situation, we came across another video. And in this video, it was a white person a cop, two white people?
No, both of them were white, obviously, the police.
It was a white person and a white cop who... cop was trying to either arrest this guy or whatever the case may be. The cop was pussy.
Get on the ground! Get off the ground! Get off the ground! You have? Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Dude, get on the ground!
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get off!
A gun pointed on this guy, and if I'm not mistaken, this guy had absolutely no weapons.
Nothing,
on him,
and
right?
he kept chasing
None.
him. And he kept running.
And the guy kept telling him, freeze, put your hands up, all types of stuff, and the guy is yelling stuff at him, and the guy even at one point chased after the cop. And
and the cop ran.
Instead of the cop pulling the trigger to kill him, feeling like this was a threat, that cop put his gun down and took off. I am not saying that's good cop behavior, because obviously that's probably not someone that should be a cop. But his first instinct was not shoot to kill.
Right.
And my question is, was that because this was a white person in front of him that made him feel like it was less dangerous?
Exactly. You look at him like it was his homeboy or his brother.
Yeah, because
when they see us,
literally,
they see us.
They see danger when
they see animals. They know that we're dangerous. They know that we're gonna fight back. They know that we're gonna do something dangerous to hurt them or whatever the case is. So obviously, I guarantee the first thing you do, they're gonna fire. And I always wonder, like, why did they fire to kill?
And that's why I said they could have shot his arm.
You could shoot his leg.
The same aim that he had that was able to kill him, take his life, is the same aim he could have did to focus on shoot him in the leg so he can't run no more. Shoot him in the arm so he could drop that taser.
Nah, I'm not saying
that's
accurate,
the only thing I'm
but
saying. It may not be, but I'm pretty sure when he hear them bullets going off, he's not going to be worried about doing this anymore. He's going to be worried about trying to get away.
No.
And then
no parties in that whole situation was in the right.
Right, but one thing I want to also
I don't feel like, and you did explain to me on the whole law of even if you're not driving and you're in a driver's seat.
It's a DUI.
But the way I felt like is he tried to do the right thing initially, because if he felt like he was too much under the influence of whatever he was on, he parked his car.
No, he fell asleep in the Wendy's parking lot.
Yeah, while the car was still
the drive-through.
While the car was still running.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was like he parked his car, fell asleep, and they tried to wake him up.
And that's what angers me the most, because a lot of people are saying, oh, another unarmed black man got shot by the police. Yes, that is true.
He was not unarmed.
At the end of the day, there's circumstances that led to that, and that's all I'm trying to tell people. And at the end of the day, I just feel like it starts with us. And I keep saying that over and over and over again, because, bruh, someone said it best. You cannot win in the streets, but you can win in court. You understand what I'm trying to say? So Rayshard Brooks, rest in peace, whatever the case is. But I hope this is an example of other black men. Stop. When you're in that situation, take your ass to fucking jail. fight another day. You're not gonna live in that moment in the streets, bro. I'm not.
It depends.
It's not. It don't depend, bro. Don't get killed, bro.
For me,
don't get killed,
because
bro.
I'm not gonna sit there and have you demoralize me and beat on me for no
I mean,
reason.
but you can't
I'm just
really
gonna
say
take
that because when you look.
But
at
I'm talking about in
when you
what
look
happened
at
in
the
this
George
example.
Floyd situation, he laid on that floor. He didn't fight. He begged for his life, and he still ended up dead. So you can't necessarily say, "Oh, not fighting and doing like that is gonna make you live to see another day," because that was a guy that did everything that he was asked. It's on video of him sitting down. It's on video of him cooperating.
That's very true.
And he ended up passing away.
Do you blame that motherfuckers is busting their ass now? Is really standing there fighting back police now? Because I'm seeing it a lot now.
So what I did want to touch on was a little bit of what you said and a little bit of what you said combined. You are right in the sense of trying to fight another day. But what I do notice is ever since we have the protests and the riots, we have gotten, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it can be on the opposing side. We have gotten more of this confidence to want to stand up to the police, right? And we should have that confidence, except that confidence is putting the fear in the majority of the police that fear that they already had when they saw our skin of shoot first, that's double. So this guy, unfortunately, because this is happening in the midst of all of that and him running, that may have been like, you know what, we need to shoot because we don't know what's going to happen from that. And his wanting to run away may have something to do with, yes, whatever he was on, but also out of this is what's going on in the world right now. I need to get away and out of the fear of the police.
I'm not right, bro.
So
yo, you ain't see the police in Atlanta. They getting called 911 and them niggas is
not answering.
They not answering. They not going.
Listen, man. I just feel like
ass bust, and I think it's about time for the ones who with the bullshit.
Right.
Because not all cops is fuck niggas.
And not all white people are fuck niggas
not
either.
all either.
And that's why a lot of people need to understand.
You know what I kind of want to touch on? I don't know if this is going to be another topic, but that cop that we heard about that lost her pension, since you said not all cops are bad cops,
right.
That cop that lost her
name
pension.
is Carol something. I don't remember her last name, but Carol something, and she was working for Buffalo, New York.
She basically tried to stop excessive force from being used, and apparently was charged, fired.
Yes.
Her entire pension was taken away because she tried to do what was right. So yes, we do have cops out here that aren't all bad, but unfortunately, those cops who are trying to stand up and do right are being punished, and I think there should definitely be a movement towards that on how we can get it where these cops that when they do report something wrong, their job can't be jeopardized, because until cops can start checking other cops, there really isn't going to be a change. If there's always that cover up, what can we really do?
Right. Well, with that being said, man, as black men, as black people, as black women, just as a whole, it's Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
And at the end of the day,
a lot of y'all ain't even know what the fuck that is until recently.
That's very true, and I can't lie. I can't lie. I was one of them up to a couple years ago. We didn't learn about this in school. I never knew anything about Juneteenth until obviously got older and I started doing my research. So I think it's very important for us as a whole to find out who we are, and at the end of the day, we need to do better. Period, man. That's it.
But how?
But how?
When you got shit working against us, bro.
Man, listen, I just told you, in a situation like that, if you're getting fucked up by the police, bro, just go.
Just go.
Just go.
If you're getting fucked up by the
police. They're arresting you. Just get arrested and go in the fucking car. He resisted arrest.
I thought you said if
started
I'm
fighting.
Fucked up by the police.
No, just die?
I swear that's what you just said.
In my head, I was like,
Because I'm not about to stand there and get beat.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about this great episode. All right?
Okay.
Like, share, subscribe. Out.
Out.